Everybody asked me, what you gonna do if you wasn't your favorite creator's favorite creator? I guess we'll never know. What's going on, y'all? NBA 2K25 is here. We're locked in, we're loaded, and we're gonna do this crazy video. This is probably the best video so far of my coverage because I'm starting to get into the thick of it, the science, and I want to try to help y'all prepare for your builds. There's something I talk about every year, and I've called it many names. I think the community started calling it something different, right? You know what I mean? I had a whack ass name in the old day. I'm not even gonna say it, but now it's called badge stacking. If you've seen the intro of the title and all that, badge stacking, it's important. And I'm gonna show y'all what to do, how to get it going, and really lock in for your specific build. We're gonna do all types of builds here a little bit, and it's gonna be a good insight to what you should be looking for and how you should be handling yourself when it comes to these. All right. And if you got any thoughts, comments, please leave them in the comments about this and all the badges as we go forward. And of course, when the game drops, I'll test everything thoroughly and really see what badges are the best in the game. This is pre-release, all right? So make sure y'all know that. But we locked in, baby. Either way, we doing our damn thing, man. I appreciate y'all in the community locking. We got the membership going. We got the partnership with YouTube, man. It's all because of y'all, man. We swagging right now. It's like I got a fresh cut, some fresh kicks, and we outside, baby. We outside. Pop out and show these ninjas. You dig? All right, let's get it. So here it is. This is what I want to talk about, man. Badges, bro. We gonna be in here all night long, and I want to start hot, and I want to get into shooting right away, and kind of just give you the general idea of different kind of builds you can do, and we're gonna pop off with other things connecting the dots together. Okay, so automatically, Deadeye for all guards, for everybody almost. If you can get Deadeye at any value, go for it, right? So let's say I'm a center and I got like a 77. That's usually where I like a 77. I can shoot very easily with a center in the corners and just spotting up. Very simple with a 77. But if I put dead eyes at a, let's say it's 79 this year, I don't know, 79 for gold. Okay, well, I got gold dead eye. What is that going to do? Well, it's going to basically lessen the penalty of somebody contesting your shots as they close out. But guess what? This is also blinders. So you're doing two things for one on your setup, right? So this is critical for all shooters, even the center. And what I'm saying to you is don't waste the potential. If it tells you you only need two more attributes, then guess what? Drop whatever bull crap you got on that you think is necessary and put this bad boy up just a little bit. And this is the number one for all builds. All right, if you're not a shooting center, then don't do it. If you're just an inside big and you're never going to shoot, hey, feel free to turn that bad boy off. But for most centers, the pick and roll, spot up centers, this is going to be key. But for all the other players, you want to boost that up all the way. And I'm talking like all the way up, all the way up. All right. It's just necessary. All right. Don't sleep. That's number one. And then we're going to get into two of the shooting badges that are very different from each other and they're important. And they basically do work together. I know this is going to sound controversial because it's not true. And I'm going to tell you the lie and I'm going to tell you the truth. The lie is that they work together, but the truth is that they don't work together. All right. So shifty shooter is when you're off dribble and when you're doing difficult shots like turnaround jumpers and all that good stuff. But guess what? You're not going to always be doing highly difficult shots. You're not always going to do off the dribble. As a matter of fact, we cheesed the game and made it years before where we'll stop and make the game think that we're not in motion and we can take a set shot. And this is why I said it's a lie and it's a truth because set shot specialist is when you're standing still. So guess what? If you're a really good player, you're most likely going to make the game think that you're standing still anyways. You're going to do a little quick stop, banger, and you put that bad boy up. So I recommend if you're the point guard, shooting guard, you're going to be handling the rock most of the time, shifty shooter guaranteed. And then for those, of course, if you're spot up, this has catch and shoot set shot specialist is gonna let you really pop off big time. All right. So what I'm explaining to y'all is set shot specialist has catch and shoot within it. It's combined and it's gonna boost while you're standing still. If you're doing all this fancy stuff, turnaround, spin jumper, it's not gonna work. It's gonna work with shifty shooter if you do the turnaround jumper and you do all that fancy stuff. But that's why, depending on what play style you're doing, if you're just a wing player and you're in the corner all day, you only need set shot specialists. But shifty shooter is nice to have if you're going to be handling the rock in any way. You know what I mean? Point guard, shooting guard, mostly are the main two that I believe everybody should be focused on and get it popping with. Right. And speaking of get it popping with, we're going to talk about two of them that I think can also be combined, but separate as well. And these right here is limitless range. First of all, limitless range can be used specifically for the guard when they're doing pick and rolls. They want to be able to pop and not have to be right on the 3 point line. And you can back off, take about 3 steps, and be efficient and hit from half court if you Stephon Curry swagger. You feel me? Put that ball up to 99, man. That 3 point. Let me see what you could do out there. You feel me? And then that's gonna change your world. But in the end of the day, uh, it depends if that's where your skill level is. But honestly, a lot of people don't realize this and they try to take shots from far out and they don't have limitless range and then they look stupid. Don't be stupid, stupid. You feel me? And mini marksman. This was specialist for short guys. I would want you to be 6'3" or lower. Usually, guards are usually playing big nowadays, and I don't know what this game's going to offer, but this badge alone is automatically interesting, and I have to make a build just for this badge. I'm gonna make a whole build just to make sure that this badge is popping, right? And it's basically going to help you shoot over taller defenders, and they have to be about 3 to 4 inches taller or more. We'll test it out and see if it's changed. Previous years, it was about that height. And so you want to make sure you lock in for that. And so that's number one. Number two, number three, four, five. You know what I'm saying? That's when it comes to shooting badges. And to be honest with y'all, man, this video about to be long, man. We about to dive deep in, man, because I want to keep it rolling and keep it pushing. I'm gonna show y'all a couple things that's critical for all builds when it comes to what I just talked about. There's those ball handlers that are gonna be critical, and there's two, well, maybe three important badges in the game. Okay. One of them is unpluckable, which I'm not going to talk about much because it's common sense. If you're going to be a point guard, you want to get that as high as possible. You want to stack that up with the next two badges. But unpluckable is pretty much for anybody ball handling. You want to have that as high as you could, and you should be fine. But if we look down here, ball handle is very important for the guards who are basically on the pick and roll or ISO players. Super critical to keep your stamina, basically. All right. You don't need to max it out all the time, but it's nice to have. And secondly, lightning launch. This is crazy, all right? This is a specific badge, speeds up launches when attacking from the perimeter. Now, this we ain't never had this like this with the exact name and the yo. I mean, we had things like this, but not exactly. So this could be crazy because it sounds like an animation badge. So I have to test this on gold and silver and see if I can still trigger my speed boost fast animations to launch better. And if this is true, we change the game. We're gonna have a crazy year for dribble heads. And I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back. Man, break ankles out there. You know, I'm gonna have me a good time with that. So you want to stack those three together for playmaking. And I think it's super critical to do that. And last but not least, when it comes to those, the ankle assassin, of course, will break ankles. But I don't know yet. I don't know about this badge, man. We got to see how efficient it is. But that can be an extra combination. But you don't need to break ankles, guys. You can play just good basketball, get a good pick and roll, shoot the ball, or have an ISO and simply just get past somebody and get to the lane or shoot the three. You know? So those are the things for me. Ankle break is just fun. I don't care about like trying to win comp game if I'm just chilling out in the park, fooling around. So it depends on you. All right, now I just want to touch on badges. We know, I mean, they changed it up a little bit here, but versatile visionary. All right, this is gonna help you with your passes, super critical, and then you want dimer. All right, this is for those point guards that are looking to boost their team. You're gonna have a high 80s, 90s type of passing. Not all of us do that. Some of us kind of get the bare minimum. And I know I make bare minimum passing unless I'm a point guard and I'm running on my main build, which is usually passer style, who likes to make plays for others. So those are critical. As a center, you always want to stack break starter, at least at silver last year and all the years. I feel like it's just good to have this. If you can get it higher up for center, it's necessary. Bailout has always been a plus. It helps you not only with when you get in double team, but also when you're trying to kick the ball out from jump shots and layups. This is a dope thing to kind of throw people off. Too many good players know what the hell is going to happen, and they just going to break you. They're going to come after you. They're going to try to attack you. You know what I'm saying? So be smart about that. Lock that in and put that into your game. Boost that up for your specific play style. Silver minimum, because right now this year I feel like bronze shouldn't even be a discussion. I think silver is the new bronze. Honestly. So we're gonna have to go to gold for all the other ones. But that's what I got when it comes to the playmaking. I want to jump into a little bit of finishing here. We could have made separate videos for all these because that's how much in depth I would love to go. But we're gonna keep this one a little brief by giving you all of the post player content. All right, there's the mid range and there's the interior post type of players. And what I want to talk about is post fade phenom. We know what this is. This is a fun way to play. The Kobe Bryants, Michael Jordans. That post game is special, man, and it's a fun, unique way to play. And it's not really 2K's main way to play. Dudes talk about that ain't valid. Like they want you out of the they want you out of Antioch. You know what I mean? The stage is a little toxic for that. But it's a fun way to play if you can do it. And then the same thing with the drop stepping, hook shotting players. You got post powerhouse. You're gonna put post powerhouse together with post up poet. All right. So you're gonna be able to do better moves. And post up poet goes with both of those. So you can decide which one you feel is better, but those are gonna be two. And the last one that connects with that's very important in my opinion, is the one and the only hook specialist. All right. It's just somebody who's in there with throwing them hooks out there. You put those together. Again, I don't have the attribute stats on what's the requirements, so we're not going to dive into it. This is more just like a theory crafting of a build and so on. Now, I want to get into just finishing in the basket and going crazy. Right. And oops, things didn't change right here. Layup mix master. It says improves a player's ability to finish fancy and acrobatic layups successfully. Why is this important? Because, hey man, you're gonna be out there changing your shot a lot. This will be counting as that. That's one. Then you have the paint prodigy, improves the player's ability to quickly and efficiently score while going to work in the paint. Another one, just trying to get those finishes faster and better. And last but not least, is the big one, physical finisher. All right. This is that contacts. And when you're trying to do those layups, people are contesting very well. You're going to be able to hit those. People will be upset. 2K's whack. I can't believe he still made that. Yep, we did. We did. And then posterizer, same thing. This is that finishing badge, guys. You want to focus on getting crazy with it, in my opinion. A very good badge. Dunking on people. This is the one right here. All right. So do that. And then last but not least, rise up. All right. This is a very cool one for standing dunks centers. And the reason I have it separate is because some of this stuff isn't connected as much. You got paint prodigy and rise up that can go together, in my opinion. So just figure out what you feeling, what you want to do, how you want to go about that. We're not going to talk about rebounds. Of course, if you're a center, you're going to put that into your game and go from there. I do want to take a moment to talk about defense in general. All right. If you're anything as far as like a shooting guard, small forward, or lower, challenger is a must have simply because you need to contest well. And they have a new contest system. They changed it, is what Mike Wayne said. So this is going to be critical. I do believe that regardless of how much they change it, if you can get a badge that helps a little bit, regardless of how consistent or inconsistent you feel the game could be on that, do it. All right. And that's for perimeter. It's a very critical thing to have on, in my opinion. And you want to make sure you do that. All right. And then now, speaking of perimeter, the interceptor is the number one badge when it comes to steals. So if you're going to be one of those steal heavy type of players, we all should be good enough to just play the lane and get some steals, in my opinion. Just a couple, man. Give me 2 steals a game, bro. That shows that you're decent. You know what I mean? Like everybody can get 2 steals a game, in my opinion. You just learn to play the lane, have a little bit interceptor on there. I don't know if we're gonna do it on Gold or Hall of Fame this year, but try to get that. And speaking of interceptor, gold gloves also works with that very well. You want to put those two together and do your thing, and you should be fine. Now, I want to talk about these badges people don't talk about, man. Off ball pest, on ball menace, pick dodger. These type of badges people don't be talking about, but they're actually very useful. Even off ball pest, man, is one of the most underrated. I like to have it and just hold on to somebody, hit that L2 and just kind of grab onto them as they're trying to cut or something, and you're slowing them down. And you're draining their stamina also, by the way. So it's a dope little thing if you have enough strength. Then on ball menace, of course, it depends. It's a very difficult one if you're not very skilled at it. You're playing full court press, this could be very useful if you're good at it, but it just depends. And I do want to test it this year to see how much better it is. And we're going to talk about the inside like center style post lockdowns. As you know, being able to keep your strength and push someone back, don't allow them to push you around, very critical. Then you can put paint patroller, which is basically intimidator. I don't know if y'all remember that, but increase your ability to block and contest shots in the at the rim. So when you're in the paint, most likely you're going to be able to shut people down. Speaking of shutting them down, the last two that I didn't talk about, we're going to save them together, which is high flying deny. Basically, if somebody's leaping at you, you're going to be able to get a nice block attempt with this. So this could be very fun. I think this is going to be good for like a wing player, right? Like a small forward, possibly use this and just get in there and get some blocks. That'd be crazy. If you could get a dope ass block rating for just a guard type of wing, and then all of a sudden you use him to defend the paint, surprise attack people, snatch blocks, and then on top of that, immovable enforcer. I love this badge last year. And so now that it's back, we know what's popping. We're gonna be going off. That's pretty much it. If you are a pick and roll player, put on brick wall. I try to speed through this, but the truth is some of this stuff is connected. I try to help y'all, give y'all like ideas if you're new to this game. If you're one of those cats that you're already, they probably not here. If you've been watching this, I appreciate you. There's probably those trolls in the comments right now that are like, bro, you already know this. It's like, okay, then why you click on a YouTube guide? Get out of here with that noise, bro. This is a guide about looking at the badges, kind of getting an idea and feel for what to put together and how you want to make your build with the badges that are available. These are the official badges that we're going to be getting. And so it's dope to get hyped and to be like, all right, I know what I'm doing. And so for me, I'm looking at it now, thinking about, okay, I see where I could do the potential with some of these badges together. And then, of course, I got to test it, but that's going to take time and energy in the builder and stuff like that. So we're going to have a good time with it, man. It's going to be a fun year. NBA 2K25. I'm looking like this channel is about to be revolutionary, man. We about to do some beautiful things, man. I appreciate y'all coming and hanging with me. We're gonna keep that pushing. We're gonna keep that same energy, you know, and hopefully y'all can rock with me all year long and just have fun with basketball. Because this is not just a 2K thing, it is NBA basketball culture channel. And I'm here to give it to y'all, man. All the goods. So enjoy. Feel free to subscribe, like, leave a comment. You can also become a member and join up with us. We're going to try to build a family. We're going to try to enjoy ourselves in the near future with events and so much more. So lock in for that. Oh, by the way, I got a potential build that I made that you could check that out. Let me know what your thoughts. I'll see y'all over there. All right. Y'all stay safe. Stay blessed. Peace.